What's up, guys? Here with another podcast with Christopher Soto, Century 21. So we had a big meeting with the Fed. The first time Kevin Marsh steps up to the mic and answers questions from the press.
Yeah.
I was actually a little impressed by him, so I think things are going to be a little different this time around.
Yeah, so in your opinion, Edgar, how is Kevin different than Jerome?
Well, from the get-go, you can really tell that he's really comfortable being aggressive and telling people what he wants to hear or what he wants to see with the market.
Okay.
So he's not going to just BS you and try to give you information about what he doesn't know about.
Okay.
He wants to make sure he gathers all the facts, but he also mentioned something that was really important to me, which was he's not planning to make decisions based on what's happening in the past, because you can never make decisions what happened in the past. You have to look into the future, because the market's always changing. That's one thing I didn't like about
Jerome.
our last chair, is that he always made decisions based on what they did in the past, but we're never going to be in the same market as we've been in the past.
Right.
With technology changes, especially AI and all the changes that happens in our economy, you can't just say, hey, look, this is what fixed it the last time. We have to do the same thing.
And that's what Jerome was doing.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's one of the things. And so that was pretty cool. That's one thing that I'm glad to hear. And, you know, he still has the same motivation to bring down inflation like every other Fed chair. But that was one thing that I heard
that's
that
their
was
main
smart.
goal.
Yeah.
And another question for you, what are some key takeaways from the recent Fed meeting?
So key takeaways were, for me, was one is this gentleman wants to create a task force to be able to identify the main things that we want out of this economy, main things that are going to help our economy, rather than just leave it up to chance and just collecting reports that they get manually. He's going to have a task force that's going to go out and find data that they're required to be able to make decisions. Nice. So there's going to be a task force for communication, there's going to be a task force for productivity and jobs, and then there's going to be a task force for inflation framework, which is, there's actually a bunch of people that are going to be sitting there trying to figure out how they can help the inflation.
Oh, good.
And look forward, as opposed to just waiting on reports and saying, well, this 3 months ago, this would happen. No, you got to look and see how you can fix it in the future. So that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And, and one of the things that I really liked was the fact that he said that his goal is to not spook the markets and not speak unless it's something important.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like conspiracy.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, because, you know, obviously the market always jumps with just the notion of any comment that comes from the feds, whether it's right or wrong, or whether it's true that they actually came up with that theory or not.
Like the market's going to crash. No.
I mean, yeah, so any comment, just to get a microphone and one of those guys, it causes a lot of friction in the market. So you don't want that.
So do you think having Kevin as a new Fed chairman is going to help our industry?
So far, yeah. I mean, it just seems like, I mean, not to, you know, obviously say that he's going to be a good Fed chair, but just based on some of the responses he had a lot of control in his responses. And then if he puts his foot down and does what he says he's going to do, then it will help us for sure.
We'll get some positive results.
Yes, definitely. And I look forward to it, because when you have a system that actually you can trust, and then again, if they're going to get actual data that's going to work towards the future, then it makes a lot more sense than always relying on data that happened beforehand. It's like, you know, like they always say, it's like your girlfriend being upset at you for something you did 5 years ago. You know, it's like you can't use that against me anymore. That was the
old me.
Yeah, exactly. That's the old economy. You can't do that anymore.
I'm the new Chris.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That's my biggest takeaway. That's what I liked about this one. Right? All right, guys. Well, I mean, I hope that helps a little bit to understand what's going on and what I expect about this Kevin Marsh gentleman.
Thank you for this information. It was vital.
Hopefully, I'm right, and we'll talk a year from now. And we'll remind Fermin to come back and play back this one and see what we said it was true.
But let us know, guys, if you have any questions with loans, real estate. We're here to help you guys out.
For sure. See you guys.